All right. Today is December 16, 2023, and you are tuned into Sports Talk right here on your family station, Love 101. Again, my name is Kathy, and thank you so much for tuning to what I call our final show for 2023. Lots and lots to talk about as we would have had the Issa Da Costa Cup finals last week. We would have also had the Olivia Shield. We had the Walker Cup. We spoke about a incident in the Walker Cup last week, and there's an official statement released by Issa. And we'll see what they have to say about what happened in the Walker Cup finals. We'll also talk about the West Indies performance so far in terms of the T20 series going on in Grenada against England. We also saw this week the announcement of the World Athletics Athletes of the Year. Interesting how the formatting went, and some of the athletes they're not so keen about the format, but we have lots and lots to talk about, and I will talk about some of my favorite moments, and you can share your favorite moments of 2023 at 876-997-3125, or you can send me a message. Right, you can send me a message on Love 101 FM Jamaica Facebook and YouTube page, because we are live there. Right. So you'll be able to do that. So, as usual, we kick things off as we go into our sports highlights. So, let's see what's going on over there. All right. We want to start off our sports highlights with World Athletics. Now, the winners would have been revealed as it relates to the World Athletics Awards. And boy, oh boy, did the World Athletics Commission surprise us, because I don't think many of us would have known that this year they would have separated the categories. I can call it that. Yes, separated the categories. So, no, in previous years, you would have had a Rising Star Award for male and female. You would have had a person declared winner of whether men or women or female athletes of the year, of which we would have had winners in terms of Jamaica would have had winners so far. But let's talk about it a little. So the Rising Star is Faith Cherotich from Kenya. And that the Rising Star Award goes to the dominance of an under 20 athlete within the year. So she would have gotten that. To the interesting part, now they would have separated, as I said, the awards. So the female World Athlete of the Year field events went to Yulima Rojas. And she does the triple jump. So she'd have won gold in the triple jump in Budapest, Hungary, and also she would have won the Diamond League for the triple jump event. And then, of course, by no surprise, the World Athlete of the Year in terms of track events went to Kenya's Faith Kipyegon, who would have dominated the season over the 1500 meters, setting world records, so on and so forth. So no surprise there. And of course, they introduced something called the World Athlete of the Year Women's Out of Sedia. And that went to Tigis Esafa of Ethiopia. A Rising Star in terms of male went to Emmanuel Wanyomi. And of course, the World Athlete of the Year out of Sadia events, Kelvin Kiptum. World Athlete of the Year field events went to Mondo Duplantis of Sweden. And the World Athlete of the Year track event went to Noah Lyles. No, I mean, as I said, it's a conversation being had because when World Athletics, when World Athletics, they listed out the nominations for athletes of the year, there was no point in time that they would have said this is how they're gonna give out the awards. So when the awards were given out, everybody is like, okay, so we're doing it like this. And I mean, there are lots of arguments on the table because Mondo Duplantis would have been dominant throughout the season in pole vault, right? Noah Lyles would have been dominant, but I mean, would have been dominant to a certain extent, but not as dominant as the Plantis. However, Noah Lyles would have gotten or would have received 3 gold medals in Budapest. And so that's 3 gold medals compared to 1 gold medals. And I was having this conversation with my friend, and he was saying, well, the Plantis couldn't do anything because he only does one event. And I was saying, well, at the end of the day, I think the gold medals will count. So I mean, it's just interesting. It's just interesting to see how the World Athletics would have just kind of dropped a bombshell on us. Really? Yeah, I would say bombshell because I'm not sure I like this new formatting because who really is the male athlete of the year and who really is it? When you separate the categories, you can't really tell who is. And so that person would not be able to have bragging rights to say that they were named the male athlete or the female athlete of the year. And I'm not very comfortable with this format. But you know, it is what it is, and we move on. Congratulations to all the winners, and we hope to see Jamaicans athletes. Let's see, field or track events, going back to try to cup these awards. In other news, in terms of track and field, the 2023 Bowerman Awards were given out on Thursday night. And exciting news because it was awards, the top awards that were given out were dominated by Caribbean athletes. And we'll talk about that now. So, Julian Alfred, she's from St. Lucia, would have gone to high school here in Jamaica at St. Catherine High School. And went on to the University of Texas. She won the Female Bowerman Award for 2023. With this, in winning the award, or she would have been nominated for the award and received the award based on her 5 NCAA titles, her 5 Big 12 conference titles. She broke or set 10 NCAA records and signed with Puma. She also made the finals of the 200 meters at Budapest or in Budapest. So, that is great. Love to see that. Congratulations to Julian Alfred. Great. Looking forward to see what she will do in the 2024 season. But congratulations, Bowman has never been won, I believe, by a Caribbean female. So I think she's the first, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see. But definitely the first out of St. Lucia for sure. And then the male Bowerman Award went to none other than Mr. One Hibby himself, Jaden Hibbert. Jaden would have won this award as he dominated the scenes in the ACAA, winning the triple jump titles indoor and outdoor. He won the SEC titles indoor outdoor. He broke a 38-year-old NCAA indoor record. He broke a 40-year-old NCAA outdoor record. He broke the world junior record that stood since 1982. And he also ended the year with the longest jump in the triple jump. Congratulations, Jaden. And all the best for 2024. We will get a chance to speak to Jaden when we resume in 2024. So we'll get a chance to speak to him and hear, his reaction to the Bowman Awards. For those who would have watched it live, like myself, would have known that he was very elated, and he gave a wonderful speech, giving credit to all those who would have been with him through the journey from Vast Prep to Kingston College, and to his university that he's currently at now, right? So, which is University of Arkansas, correct? Right. So, he would have given a very spirited speech, taking us along his journey. So, congratulations, Jaden, and looking forward to somebody who is still not. I think Jaden is now 19, right? So he still has a lot to give at this tender age that he's still at, but still be able to be dominant at the highest level in this particular field of competition. But just to say, I mean, one of the things that Jadon would have said was that this Bowman Award made up for his disappointing performance at the Budapest games earlier this year. And so, we're very, 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 very happy for Jaden, very, very happy for his progress. And we just want to say congratulations to him again and Julian Alfred. Bowman Awards dominated by Caribbean athletes. So Jaden is the first Jamaican, not the first Caribbean, but the first Jamaican athlete to win the Bowman Award, and the youngest athlete ever to win the Bowman Award. So some things to celebrate as we head into the Christmas season. All right, so let's moving on right now to some football. All right, so last week Saturday we would have had the finals of the ISA Da Costa Cup event. But before I talk about that, I just want to talk about, before I go to the Da Costa Cup, let's start with the statement that would have been released from ISA. I could find it. The statement that was released from ISA regarding the Walker Cup. And I know we would have started, or I would have had the discussion last week regarding what would have happened in the Walker Cup finals between Jamaica College and St. Andrew Technical. Indeed, Issa did say that, an error was made, and, they're looking to, well, obviously, they're saying that we can't really blame Jamaica College, or we can't take it away from Jamaica College, but, their heart goes out to Stats, as they would have lost a championship on a controversial basis. And it's glad to see that ISA actually went back and did their review, because I think a lot of us as sports analysts and just fan of the sport or fan of football, we're just saying, it's hard when a referee makes a decision like that is so crucial to the outcome of the game. And so it's good to see that, they've also removed those referees from refereeing competitions. And it's good to see that has happened, because it means that somebody somewhere, as I would say, thought about the events that would have happened and would have made the right decision to just release a statement to say, we understand an error was made and it was a fault of the referee. However, there's nothing that we can do about it. However, their hearts goes out to Stats. And I mean, I think that's fine. Obviously, we can't, again, blame JC, the eventual winners of the World Cup. We can't blame them, but, it is what it is, and life goes on. But we're going to go for a break right here on Sports Talk, and we'll come back because we're going to talk about the ISA Da Costa Cup final. We're also going to talk about that incident that would have happened on Monday in the victory in the celebrations of Mona High School, and just a short discussion, or just to tell you, just a little of how I feel about that. All right, we'll be right back here on Sports Talk on the Family Station, Love 101 FM.
Christmas a come go down a Bashko. 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 Go down to Bashko, down to light up Christmas tree. Give smart up family, but some fun sitting up on Christmas Day. So big decorations go down a Bashko. Matching sheet and curtains go down a Bashko. Something for everyone go down a Bashko. Christmas a come go down a Bashko.
The public sector touches the life of every single Jamaican, and that's why the government is transforming the way the public sector operates by making better use of technology to improve the delivery of public services, by improving the compensation of public sector workers to attract and retain the skills needed to run a modern and efficient public service, through training up workers to drive performance, innovation, and decision making, by reducing waste and eliminating corruption, and other measures to make sure the country gets the best value from every dollar spent. The government of Jamaica is building a better public sector for all. Visit publicsectortransformation.gov.jm to learn more.
The Salem United Church is celebrating 150 years of ministry, and the anniversary service of Thanksgiving and Praise will be held on Sunday, December 17 at 11 a.m. with host pastor Reverend Wendell McCoy and the speaker, the Right Gary Harriott, sharing in the service. This broadcast is brought to you by Supremacy Ice and Water Store, Jonas Botery, St. Mary's Auto Diagnostic Center, and Casa Maria Hotel. That's the 150th anniversary service of Thanksgiving for the Salem United Church on Sunday, December 17 at 11 a.m. at the church grounds. Join us on Love 101 FM and social media at 1 p.m. for recording of the service. It's a great reason to celebrate 150 years, and to God be the glory.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the Family Station, Love 101. Of course, if you want to join into the conversation, or please do, you can WhatsApp at 876-997-3125, or you can send me a message on Love 101 FM Facebook and YouTube page, and I'll sure to add your input to the show. Right, so continuing where we were, or where we left off before the break, we're talking about the ISA, the Costa Cup finals. Now, you know how when I say, please make an effort, like watch the match, because I know that the match was going to live up to the bill. Yeah, that was the ISA. That was the ISA, the Costa Cup match finals. I think I have a theory. And let me tell you what my theory is. After Glenmuir, if you would have listened the week when I spoke to Water Ambassador Sidon Bowen here, right? That would have been the first Saturday in December. And I would have said to him, I want Glenmuir to win the Water Champions Cup, because I feel like it will make the Costa Cup finals interesting, and it would make Clarendon, give them a little wake up call, just a little, tap on the shoulder to let them know that they're still in the competition, and that. And let me tell you, I have a theory. I have a theory about Clarendon College. I don't think after the 3-2 loss in the Water Champions Cup that any member of that Clarendon College team slept. And let me tell you why. If you watch the if you watch the match last Saturday, I think you'd agree with me. I think them losing to Glenmuir the week before, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but if you watch the match, you would have known from the referee blew the whistle for the game to start. Those Clarendon College boys were running until the game ended. And let me tell you, chaos they created. Let me tell you, the hunger that I saw from that Clarendon side last week Saturday is like it's like they were on a different planet than Glenmuir was on. Honestly, like they were in a different realm, on a different level. Kaheem Dixon, I think, played his best football of the season. It was just they were just going like a engine and just going and going and going and going and going. I mean, this we got a 8-goal thriller. The match ended 6-2. At a schoolboy football final ended 6-2 in the finals. Yeah, that's how that's how exciting the match was. That's how great the match was. Every I enjoyed every second of the match. The match lived up to every single bill it would have received, every single one. And dare I say, it was more interesting that than the Money Cup finals, which took place 24 hours before. But it was, and of course, congratulations as well to McGrath High, who won the Ben Francis Cup, first time winning the Ben Francis Cup. I mean, let me tell you, the matches, I'd say the matches on Saturday, I mean, other than the controversial call in the Walker Cup, but the matches on Saturday really were more exciting than the matches on Friday. I'm gonna be honest, but you know that's what it is. But that's to let you know that ISA bringing the finals of the rural area competition to a playing surface that is good, that you can see these talents that it's even. So you can't even say, oh, they played at Cathedral and this is not so good, so you can't get good football. You got good football from all 4 finals, but the finals that were held on the Saturday, the rural area schools really put on, in my estimation, a better show than the ones that happened on Friday. Friday did live up to its name of being a precursor and built up the momentum for Saturday. So I'm happy for that. So congratulations to all the winners. Jamaica College, Mona High winning their first Manning Cup, McGrath, and Clarendon College. So it was a good football schoolboy football season. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was able to go to a few games, and I enjoyed the ones I went to, and it was a good season. But of course, Clarendon also would have won the Olivia Shield, pretty much dominated Mona High as expected, because as I would have alluded to in earlier weeks or in previous weeks, Clarendon is just a dominant team for this season. Like, I didn't see a team that was going to like defeat them, or no, they're in a all by themselves class, all by themselves this year. And I look forward to see what will come of the team come 2024. And of course, with the few minutes I have left in this section, I will talk about the incident that would have happened on Monday. But let's start from Friday, because as I would have said before, last week's show, I said that Mona did not get to collect their trophy, their Manning Cup trophy, because of some indisciplined actions by their spectator the Friday, right? So that was a Friday. Okay. On Monday, they would have had their celebrations. And unfortunately, another incidents would have happened, and they would have some persons in the celebration would have gone onto the compound of Jamaica College and disrupted classes at Jamaica College. And I'm like, okay then. Understand this is your first Manning Cup and the schools are in close proximity to each other. The principal has come out and said, it's just youthful exuberance and all of that. And I will see if Issa will make any ruling against Mona. But personally, I really think that Mona fans, at least for next season, should not be allowed to sit in the stands, because we have to allow the spectators to understand that it is important that they keep the discipline. And there are other schools who, when the schools win, they run onto the field. However, the spectators, once they're told, please go back to your seats, will go back to their seats, and the schools will collect the trophy. Not only that, when they're doing their celebrations or going around through town, they do not barge on another school compound and disrupt another school. And I hear the call from Principal Jones about, youthful exuberance, and it's because it's their first one. And I hear all of that. But I'm saying that I think a strong signal needs to be sent by Issa, and that strong signal not to ban the team from the competition, but at least to ban the Mona spectators from the competition in 2024. That's just where I am, because at some point the line has to be drawn somewhere, and I think that would be Issa sending a strong signal that we do not tolerate spectators of any school, club, anything at all doing things outside of the norm, or just being unruly and disrespectful of somebody else's school, and just disrespectful of the rules of the competition in general. So we'll see. We'll see what will happen. We'll see if Issa will make a ruling, but I really do feel that the spectators of Bona should be banned for 2024. Because I think, as I said, a signal has to be sent that this is not something that is tolerated, and we move on, and everybody will learn, and everybody will, I hope, be on their best behavior as we move forward in the competition. But that's it as it relates to the schoolboy football for this season. It was a wonderful season. As I said, I enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it. Clarendon College didn't get the Triple Crown, but they've won the Acosta Cup and the Olivia Shield, so they retained their titles in those competitions. Of course, first-time winners Mona of the Manning Cup, McGrath first-time winners of the Brent Francis Cup, and Jamaica College would have won the Walker Cup under controversial circumstances, but are the winners indeed. We go for a break right here on Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
Something smells good.
When you're cooking or baking, begin with the best. The trusted tradition of Benjamin's vanilla flavorings and colorings. Mix it, stir it, blend it all around and create something spectacular. Whether you're making cakes, custards, puddings, punches, or savory meals, Benjamin's vanilla flavorings and colorings add that special touch to everything. And here's something else special. Benjamin's ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, anise, and mixed spice are now available in liquids.
Yes, everything tastes better with Benjamin's.
Benjamin's, a trusted name for over a century.
Chrissy, you never hear Source of Light get some new things, Source of Light bookstore down in Happy Park Plaza.
Me did love going there. Come we quick go down and get the Bible for the people them and the youth that just get saved.
We coming. We have a light up them light.
Come on down and get all your Christian needs at Source of Light. Shop number 22, Hagley Park Plaza. Your favorite place for Bibles, Christian books, and gifts. If we don't have it, we'll help you find it.
Sweet anointing.
First Vision Apostolic Ministries invites you to their 21st anniversary celebration, The Anointing Breaks the Yoke, with host Pastor Dr. Patricia Holness. Join Love 101 for live links Sunday, December 17 at 12 noon and Monday to Friday, December 18 to 22, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's the 21st anniversary celebration of the First Vision Apostolic Ministries. Highlights will be live on the family station Love 101.
Pouring out the oil and wine. Just
The Salem United Church is celebrating 150 years of ministry, and the anniversary service of Thanksgiving and Praise will be held on Sunday, December 17 at 11 a.m. with host Pastor Reverend Wendell McCoy and the speaker, the Right Gary Harriet, sharing in the service. This broadcast is brought to you by Supremacy Ice and Water Store, Jonas Boatry, St. Mary's Auto Diagnostic Center, and Casa Maria Hotel. That's the 150th anniversary service of Thanksgiving for the Salem United Church on Sunday, December 17 at 11 a.m. at the church grounds. Join us on Love 101 FM and social media at 1 p.m. for recording of the service. It's a great reason to celebrate 150 years, and to God be the glory.
Welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station Love 101 FM. We continue with football, of course. Just bringing us up to date with what's happening in the English Premier League. The match against Bournemouth and Luton would have been abandoned. And this says Luton has released a statement after Tom Locker was stretched off following extensive medical attention during Saturday's game at Bournemouth. And they've released a statement to say, "We all hope and pray for our leader and captain, Tom Lockyer, who is thankfully responsive and has been taken to hospital. We do not know the full extent of what happened and what the next step are at this stage, but we thank Bournemouth and the medical staff on both sides for their immediate response, which was absolutely amazing. We are sorry to all our supporters present that the players from both sides were in no state of mind but the players, sorry, from both sides were in no state of mind to continue with the game after seeing their much loved teammate and friend taken off like that, and the staff could not carry on with managing the game in such circumstances, having had to deal with the situation. We thank everyone for the wonderful applause and singing and the Locks name into the stadium at such a difficult time. Now is the time for all our players, staff, and supporters to come together, as we always do, and give our love and support to Tom and his family. Our thoughts are with him, Luton Town. Unfortunately, their captain would have collapsed in the round about the 59th minute when in their match against Bournemouth. So we hopefully that he will be okay. These incidents have, we've known to become a little bit more prevalent in football nowadays. I mean, we've had it locally in schoolboy football, and we'd have seen it on the international stage, and of course, now in the English Premier League. So we hope for the best. In other results in the English Premier League, Chelsea defeated Sheffield United 2-0. Man City and Crystal Palace drew to a 2-2 draw. Newcastle defeated Fulham 3-0, and Burnley. Well, Everton is now leading Burnley to love in that game. And of course, we also look to the matches that would have taken place in the local Jamaica Premier League. On Sunday, Lime Hall Academy would have drew 1-1 with Arnett Gardens. Montego Bay defeated Treasure Beach 2-1. Vere defeated Humber Lion 2-1. Dumb Holden and Tivoli Gardens would have played to a 2-2 draw. On Monday, or is it, sorry, still Sunday, Waterhouse and Portmore United would have played to a 1-1 draw. And on Monday Night Football, Mullines United ended with 9 men, would have played to a 2-2 draw with Harbourview. And Cavalier, with 10 men, would have defeated Mount Pleasant. And I do believe that this is Mount Pleasant's first defeat of the season, would have defeated Cavalier would have defeated Mount Pleasant 2-1. And so right now I'll just give you the top 6 teams and the 2 teams in the Jamaica Premier League. So Mount Pleasant leads on 19 points. Second is Arnett Gardens on 15 points. And this is after just about, on average, 8 games played by the teams. Tivoli Gardens, they're in third on 14 points. Portmore United, they're in fourth on 12 points. Waterhouse, they're also on 12 points in fifth. And Cavalier, they're in sixth on 11 points. And at the bottom of the table, we have Lime Hall. Well, actually, Mullines United is at the bottom of the table, having played 9 matches, only have secured 4 points. And Lime Hall Academy newcomers, they are 13th with 4 points after playing 8 games. Right. In terms of the English Premier League, I'm so sorry, I should have done this before. The match is coming up tomorrow. Arsenal will play Brighton. Brentford will play Aston Villa. West Ham will play Wolves. And Liverpool will play Manchester United. In the Jamaica Premier League, Humber Lion plays Arnett Gardens. Montego Bay play Dumby Holding. Mount Pleasant plays Vere. Portmore United, they play Cavalier. Tivoli Gardens, they will play Mullines FC, and all of those matches will kick off at 3 p.m. on Monday as related to the Jamaica Premier League. And on Sunday, and Monday Night Football will see Harbourview taking on Lime Hall Academy and Waterhouse playing Treasure Beach. So that's it as it relates to English Premier League and, of course, the Jamaica Premier League. Right. So we move right into what's happening in the world of cricket, of course. Last week, I would have reported that the West Indies would have won their one-day series, 3-day one-day series against England. They have also won their T20 series, or have they? No, not quite. But they've taken a 2-love lead in because it's a 5 series or 5 match series, right? In the T20 against England. So on Tuesday, West Indies would have defeated England by 4 wickets. And on Thursday, they would have also defeated England by 10 runs. And currently, the West Indies are 135 for 4 after 14.5 overs. So you can check out that match if you are interested in cricket. The West Indies, they're currently playing England in their 3rd T20 match for the 5 series. They're currently 135 for 4 after 15 overs. So can go and check this out. This match is currently being played in Grenada. Not going to make any comments about the matches played in Jamaica, but I'll just say I have no matches in Jamaica. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. Nothing much to say. I promise. I'm not saying anything on that matter. Y'all already know how I feel about that Jamaica Cricket Association. Yes. But yes, that's really what happened in the world of sports. Right. I think I did mention that the Los Angeles Lakers would have won the first in season trophy in the NBA series. So that's was an interesting how they kind of formatted that and how that came out, and just looking forward to what will happen for the remainder of the season as it relates to basketball. Yeah. So now I will go into use the final segment of the show after we come from the break. We'll be talking about the year in review. So if you have anything that or any sporting event that would have stood out to you during this year, feel free to send me a message at 876 997 3125 or send me a message on Facebook and YouTube and let me know for 2023 what has been your standout moment as related to sports or your highlight for the year. We'll be right back here on Sports Talk on the Family Station, Love 101.
Give the gift of the unchanging Word of God this Christmas. The Bible Society of the West Indies is offering discounts ranging from 20 to 40% on books, Bibles, Bible cases, devotionals, and other items. December 18 to 23 is your week to be blessed, as it will be our Customer Appreciation Week. Join us at 24 Hagley Park Plaza, opposite the Halfway Tree Parish Court, or call us at 876-339-3501. Bible Society of the West Indies. Reading the Bible every day makes a difference in every way.
Don't miss out on the Flow Christmas in a flash sale. We're giving you more this Christmas so you can save big. Sign up for Yard and Road at the extra special price of only $3,999 plus GCT per month. Plus, get a free Samsung phone and earbuds. It's the Christmas in a flash sale. Sign up today and save. Offer ends December 21. Visit discoverflow.co or your nearest Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Flow makes Christmas bright and blue because it's all inspired by you. Your health is your wealth, so come we start the conversation. Make we rise and immunize all across the nation. The ministry is giving us the motivation with your infants' routine immunization. Protect the toddlers from all diseases. Tetanus, rubella, whooping cough, and the measles. Polymyelitis, mumps, and the flu, plus tuberculosis, to name a few.
Rise to immunize. Eliminating diseases saves lives. Visit your nearest clinic or health center for more information or log on to www.moh.gov.jm.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness with support from USAID and PAHO.
FCDC Music Ministry in collaboration with the church presents Divine Intercept, Friday, December 29, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. at Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center, 104 Waltham Park Road, Kingston 10. Get your ticket today, $1,200. Children under 12, $600. Sponsored by Durham Arch Printing Services and Supplies and Alston & Son Air Conditioning Company Limited.
Thank you for staying with me right here on Sports Talk on the Family Station, Love 101. All right. So, in the last quarter of the show, right, we'll be talking about, I'll be talking about 2023, the year 2023, what would have happened in the world of sports or the highlights of the year. So I'll start with locally in terms of what stood out to me. Of course, I think I'm just gonna kind of do it random. I have them, but I don't really have them in terms of what I have as priority or none. So we'll start. Reggae girls qualifying for the, or maybe I should do sport by sport. But let's see. Right, Reggae girls qualifying for their second World Cup, second consecutive World Cup. Definitely a highlight moment for me. In 2023, and in spite of all that has happened since then, it was still a great achievement by our Reggae girls and something that I would want to continue to celebrate. And I get that, yes, standout moment for me regarding the reggae girls. And of course, can't talk about the girls and I don't talk about the boys. So, of course, the reggae boys qualifying for the Copa America in 2024. Also, first ever time qualifying for that competition, or first time ever qualifying for that competition. Yeah, something to rave about, something to talk about. Yeah, so that's definitely it. Sticking a little bit to local now in track and field. We would have seen at champs earlier this year. First sub 11 from a female sprinter. That would have been Alana Reid from Hydel. And of course, first sub 10 clocking by a Jamaica junior, Boaji and Nkrumah. Right? And of course, Kingston College and Hydel being declared champions this year. Hydel winning their first ever ISA Girls champs title by, I think it was 1.5 points. It was very close between them and Edwin Allen, and I expect that to go on for a few years. We'll see how Hydel will now move to defend their championship. Of course, January is literally right around the corner with just a few days left in the year, and so these two teams will go again to defend their titles in 2024. And of course, we know track and field season for the youngsters, they begins officially in January. So all the work that they've been doing for over the summer, we will see those in January. And of course, January leading to about April, thereabout. And then, of course, if they take part in international competitions, then we'll see them further down in the year. Another stand-up moment for me would have been our performance at the World Championship in Budapest, Hungary. So that's the Jamaican track and field team performance in Budapest, Hungary. Of course, surprising gold medalists from like Antonio Watson in the 400 meters, as well as Daniel Williams in the 100-meter hurdles. Didn't If you knew about my predictions, I wouldn't have predicted them to win. Well, maybe Daniel to win a medal, but not the gold medal. And of course, Antonio Watson winning 400-meter gold. I don't think anybody predicted that. Maybe then the day before the race, based on his performance. Also another stand-up performer for me would have been a young man that I'm looking at now. I don't recall his name right now, but I'm gonna tell you, he is currently the world under 20 record holder in the 400-meter hurdles. Yes, as soon as I remember the name, I'll tell you. But went to Camperdown, now trains professionally. Would have put on a good performance also in Budapest, Hungary. And of course, another stand-up performance in Budapest would have been by Sharika Jackson in the 200 meters. Again, coming close, or the closest so far, putting her as the second fastest 200 meters runner, fastest currently alive in that event, and we'll see what she will do in terms of going after that record in 2024. Also, in the men's long jump, where we would have achieved second, third, and fourth by Wayne Pinnock, Tajay Gale, and Kerry McLeod. Yes, looking to see what that will happen, or what will happen in terms of the 2024, if they're able to maintain the standard. And of course, Wayne Pinnock would have ended 2023 with the longest jump in the long jump. Right. So interesting days ahead, looking to see how, you know, or men in that field event will perform. Yeah, I think those are that's it really. That's it really as it relates to track and field. I don't quite remember any other or no performance. Other performance really stands out to me at the moment, but those are definitely my highlights as it relates to from like Budapest and things that I would have written it down as my predictions, and they didn't really, live up to the bill. But definitely, we put on a good performance, and we continue to be world beaters, of course, and of course having the different Diamond League winners as well. So it's good to continue to see our athletes dominate locally in terms of our juniors and internationally in terms of our seniors. And of course, Jamaica would have continued its performance or dominant performance in the Carifta Games. So yeah, not too surprised. I consider the Carifta Games Jamaica Sports Day. I'm so sorry, but that's what I consider the Carifta Games as, Jamaica Sports Day. Yeah, because yeah. We're very dominant as it relates to that particular competition. I don't think, I mean, there are other sporting events that would have happened. I think we locally would have had a lacrosse competition. I don't think we would have hosted a lacrosse competition here before. And so again, it's good to see the inclusion of other sporting disciplines locally. It's good to see that. Great to see that. And the Sunshine Girls, even though we had a disappointing finish in the Fast Five, we were able to get a bronze medal at the Netball Championships in South Africa. So yes, that was a standout moment for me. Um, the Sunshine Girls, as again, I mean, I guess I'll give them a plug here because I think maybe one of the less sponsored sport, yet they are world beaters. So corporate Jamaica, if you're listening, yeah, it would be nice to give some additional monies in Jamaica Netball overall, because I mean, I think they need the sponsorship to develop young talent. I know the ISA urban and rural area competitions would have concluded. I think Homewood Technical would have won the All Ireland competition. I think St. Catherine High won the urban under 19, and so it means we do have talent. And from the highlights I saw from those competitions, I mean, it looked to be interesting, very interesting games that would have taken place. I guess I can add to my list Jaden Hibbert performance, not just his winning of the Bowman Award, which just took place on Thursday, but just other than his injury that he would have picked up in Budapest, Hungary, and not being able to compete as he would have wanted to. But just at his age, being able to be so dominant in his field, I mean, and it's not even that, it's also him being just such a humble soul. I mean, I really, really admire this young man. He really wants to, like, he even after winning so many titles, he really, really wants to go at it again, really wants to make his mark. And I'm just looking forward under, of course, his tutelage of Coach Travis at the University of Arkansas. Looking forward to see what he will produce in 2024. I'm really, really excited. I mean, people tell you I don't really get excited for athlete in general. Like I don't about one particular athlete, but definitely when I think about Jaden Hibbert, I get really, really excited every time he in a competition. I'm always trying to find the link and trying to find to see where he's competing. Okay, can I get a video of the jump, etc., etc. So looking forward to see what he would produce in 2023, 2024. No pressure, Jada. No pressure. Just saying. Just looking forward to it. Um, the year has been a good sporting year. Um, we would have had the Women's World Cup. We would have had a World Championship. And would have had other championships happen throughout the year. 2024. Looking forward to 2024. It's going to be an Olympic year. Should be an interesting year. And, I'm looking forward to what will happen in 2024 as it relates to just us here carrying you through, or myself carrying you through the events of 2024. We have lots and lots to cover. So if you are interested in sports, please ensure to tune in here every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. where we talk about sports, and more sports. You'll hear things from my perspective, how I feel about certain things. And also we'll hear from some coaches and some athletes and some analysts and some sports lovers and just about everybody that everybody that I'll be able to find. But it's really an honor to be hosting this show. Of course, we would have changed hosts. So, just want to give a shout out to Daniel Blake, who would have done this show for a few years and would have left us in September. So he would have brought Sports Talk some new life to Sports Talk. He would have brought some new perspective to Sports Talk. And now we're getting another perspective of Sports Talk. So it was good to have Daniel here. I think he laid a good foundation for me to build on as it relates to Sports Talk. So Daniel, anywhere you are, big up yourself in the party. Daniel, thank you so much for the work you would have done here for the majority of the year here on Sports Talk. As I said, you can catch Sports Talk every Saturday right here on the family station, Love 101, between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. Of course, we take a break on Sports Talk in terms of break in the show. So we take a break for the next 2 weeks. So you won't hear the show for the next two weeks, but we resume Sports Talk on January 6th. So in the meantime, if you want, you can go back and listen to the previous shows on Love 101 FM Jamaica Facebook or YouTube page, or you can download our app, the Love 101 FM app, in the Apple or Play Store, or App Store, Play Store, right, where you can find previous shows there. Thank you so much for tuning into Sports Talk today. It was a pleasure being with you. Since we won't see each other or talk to each other until after the Christmas, just want to say Merry Christmas to all the listeners of Sports Talk, and I pray that you will continue to remember the reason for the season and spend some time with your family. Thank you for tuning in today. Have a good rest of the Saturday. We continue in the gospel train.